Hello everyone, welcome to Magic After Dark. It is pretty late tonight. We're doing a quick recap video to show you the signed cards we picked up at MagicCon Minneapolis today on Friday. I needed some sleeves. I like these white sleeves, are great for signed cards. So I opened up this 800 count box of mostly modern cards. When I had gone to conventions before, I had artists like Steve Argyle sign these cards, and I put them in these white sleeves. You can see the Angel Tokens, Deathrite Shaman, some Duress. I had some extra copies. Anything that I had more than a play set of, I have took them out of the sleeves. For some reason, I just had a bunch of cards signed by these artists who do modern cards. So I made a little room in this box for some other modern things. And then this is the 400 count BCW box that we took with us to MagicCon Minneapolis. We met some great artists. We got some awesome cards signed. This is a Pillage art by Richard Kane Ferguson. A friend of mine wanted this mat, so we picked it up for him while we were in Richard Kane Ferguson line, and we'll get it to him tomorrow. So I thought I would do a quick video tonight, a recap of everything that we had in our signed box today. We'll kind of catalog it and sleeve it up and just kind of show you what we got today and make some comments about some of the good finds we found. First, we went to Mark Poole and got Mark to sign a bunch of cards. And then Mark signed the most cards for us, which is awesome. So these are all signed by Mark, probably like 50 or 60 cards. He charges $3 for silver or gold signature on any card, single signed. Maybe $5 if you want it double signed, and then $2 for just a black Sharpie on any card. So most of these are just gonna go into white sleeves. We got like a balance, gold bordered balance in gold. That's just gonna go into a sleeve and then into our other box of signed cards. Then we've got some counter spells, a gold border, gold signature. Those are pretty nice. And I'm gonna have to go kind of quick if I want to get through all these cards before tomorrow. So I'll just speed it up a little bit for you. But playset of counter spells, Lecanto version, Lecanto. And maybe I thought about playing gold bordered 40 or just build a deck with 40 cards. We've got Exploration. This was the Double Masters 2022 version, extended art. Looks kind of like Black Lotus. I had him sign it in silver. Beautiful rare. I like the thin signature. Also in silver are these playset of Mishra's Factories from Modern Horizons 2. I like playing Mishra's Factory in old school, so I thought just having a extra playset of Mishra's, a cheaper version. Even in the extended borderless art, they're like $2. So much cheaper than Antiquities Mishra's Factories. Then we go to the black Sharpie signed cards. I've got a Death Ward, actually. That's gonna go into our Alpha 60 project. That deck, if you recall, we had a bunch of Alpha cards. Death Ward goes in here. This was credited, art was credited to Dan Frazier, but it was really Mark Poole art. So put that in our Alpha 60 deck. And then islands, I had one of each island in Alpha 60, so now we had the other copy signed like that, and then they match pretty good. This is both of the purple islands. Just like that. We have jump. Stream of life. This green card. Some spaces in there. Those are Jeff Menges signed cards. And then, okay, so that's Alpha 60. Put that over here. Back to the white sleeves, we're gonna put Beta Island. This is the third version. It's actually this, you have the blue island, then you have this purple island, which is just flipped graphically. They lost the third island, which is like a aqua green blue kind of island, but they flipped the second island around a little bit and zoomed in for beta edition, and it's kind of a mirror image of that island. That's how they made the third island art in the beta edition. Put that there. Then we have an unlimited island signed in Sharpie just for fun. We like to play unlimited in old school. Then we have a play set of unlimited counter spells. So 4 of these, 6 minutes in. It had been about 3 or 4 years since I saw Mark at a convention, so I had so many cards that I had been brewing and built into decks. Now we have a playset of revised counter spells. So I pulled out all the cards from the collections and decks that I was playing in the last 2 or 3 years and had Mark sign them. So appreciate everybody that watching this video. It's going to be kind of a slow pace, but I'm going as quick as I can. I've been up since this morning. We got to the convention at like 10:30. Got in line, some balance, fast bond from Revised also. And it all went pretty smoothly today. There was a lot of activity. I liked the live entertainment. They played some Commander at about 5 o'clock, some Birds of Paradise to go with the Birds of Paradise in the background. We saw a lot of friends that are also in the old school community, some friends from France, some friends from Spain and Italy were in town. It's always good to see those folks when they make it to the United States. We have this is a secret layer, Birds of Paradise. Forgot to mention that I had Mark sign this secret layer box in gold. That looks really sweet right there. Put that up here too. So that was $3 for the gold signature. Put that on camera there. Perfect. I'm gonna keep going. We did have a play set of these secret layers. The signatures turned out good. The surface on these are a little shinier than regular Magic cards, so if you don't let them dry, they will stick and smear. Stick to each other, smear on the ink, and then maybe get like ink dots on the back of the card that's in front of. So yeah, he does a really good job of fanning them out and then letting them dry for a minute after he signs the whole stack. This one is Dominaria Remastered, regular frame, and then we have some Dominaria Remastered retro frames. So we did get quite a number of cards from Mark signed today. I've got a few other cards in this box that I might take tomorrow to get signed as well. And Guy's Touch. I also got a Storm Seeker signed and then traded it to a friend who was going to try to get a signed one tomorrow, and I just said, I got one today. If you want to just trade it for an unsigned one, I'll let you have the signature, so you don't have to come back from Wisconsin to get one Mark Poole signature. Those are the Secret Lair counter spells. Then we have the Brainstorms after this. Brainstorm was originally Ice Age, which we saw in our Ice Age booster packs. This is his agent, Jeff, who is the model for the Brainstorm. And so it's an homage to Christopher Rush. It's a card that Chris drew in Ice Age when Jeff was Chris's agent. There was also the Secret Lair card in these boxes was a foil Brainstorm. It looks kind of like that. These are Pringled. They came in a little like plastic package like the MetaZoo promo cards do. It was underneath the bottom layer of the Secret Lair box. And so somebody had a good idea to live stream from the convention, so I'm going to try to do that tomorrow. I'm also going to bring some decks and play some Magic on the side, and so maybe if there's a good setup I can film those and you can see what casual Magic is like at a tournament setting. This is a Marhalt Elves Dragon that we had signed at a local old school tournament, and I had Mark sign it right next to his name down there. And last but not least, I did get a play set of basic islands from Dominaria Remastered sign. Mark's line was pretty long. I felt bad about getting like 50, 60 cards signed. I did let other people, if they had like 5 or 10 cards, just kind of sneak in and get those signed. But I did get to catch up with Mark and hadn't seen him in a couple years, so that was good to, you know, chat about life for 10, 20 minutes while he signs all these cards. Next in our list of artists that we had signed today was Margaret Oregon Keene. She likes to sign it on this side of the card, so we have a playset of Ivory Towers from Antiquities. Ivory Cup was Alpha. Beta Unlimited. I got 4 of these Ivory Cups in Antiquities. And then I will, after I get all these sleeved up, I will put them into old school binders or deck boxes where I store these cards. Some revised Ivory Towers. It's a good balance to Black Vices. So if your opponent is playing Black Vice and you play Ivory Tower, it negates your opponent's Black Vice. Because the Black Vice does damage and then the Ivory Tower gives you life. I also had this Amulet of Krug that I opened up in a 4th edition booster pack. And then a playset of Cloak of Confusion. I really liked this card. I had her sign it in gold Sharpie along the side here. I think that turned out pretty good. Otherwise you can't see the black ink along the side, so gold it was. I also brought a stack of markers, Sharpies in different colors, silver, gold, just in case if the artist didn't have a Sharpie ready, I could just pull one out of my bag and get stuff signed in blue or, you know, red, whatever color I wanted to have on the card. So I'll try to upload this video in the morning before day 2 so you can kind of see all of these cards that I got on day 1. This is Foxfire from Ice Age. I like the art. And I also picked up a artist proof. This is a 5th edition, copyright 97 Foxfire. So I have a binder where I display the proofs in clear sleeves. That lets me know that, oh, the back is white, so if I turn it over, I can see that, and then I'll put it next to a regular card that is also signed. Fraley's Charm, and the last set of cards from Margaret is Tarpon, Ice Age. 15 minutes, we have 4 more artists to go, but the last 4 artists, we didn't get a ton of cards signed. Margaret charged $2 per signature, $10 for the artist proof. She did have some artist proofs going back to Ice Age, and I think her price was like $50 to $100 for some of the Ice Age artist proofs, but they looked pretty nice. Ken Mayer Jr. was there. I had him. He signed a bunch of cards for us. Abu Jafar from Chronicles. And then some Kurt apes. I do collect Kurt apes. This was another local meetup, old school card that everybody signed, and then he signed it right there. And then he dates it with the year, KMJ 2023. I have these every year that I've had Ken art kind of signed cards, but I don't have any KMJ 2020s or 2021s because there were no conventions. I think he was still signing through the mail, so there are probably a few KMJ 2021s out there. Those are scarcer, I would say, because there was less signing happening. All right, these are revised, and we're running out of sleeves here, so I have to go buy some more sleeves tomorrow at the convention. And then I think I'll just do one more Kurt Ape, and then just show you the rest of the cards that we picked up today and round this video out before the 20-minute mark. Okay, Urnum Djinns, we got a playset of Chronicles Urnum Djinns. We also got a playset of Mystic Remoras from Ice Age. We had a playset before, but the years didn't match. We had KMJ, we had 3 copies from 2018 and 1 copy from 2017, and then 2 Thermokarst. Really like that card. And then these I'll bring back with me tomorrow. We'll try to get Ken to sign the last of those. Okay. Jeff Mingus signed a bunch of cards for us too. I've got a piece of artwork that he did. It's called The Calling, which had this figure and some birds on it. And then that predated Consecrate Land. So I think Consecrate Land, he perfected that artwork for the alpha version. So this is a international collector's edition that I was gonna maybe frame with the piece of art, but then I also had some alphas, some alpha Consecrate Lands that will sleeve one of these up. Can't remember if I had a spot in the 60 card deck or not. Probably not, probably not. But I could put one in here if I wanted to. But I had 2 alpha Consecrate Lands. Grizzly Bears, I know there's a spot in this deck for this alpha Grizzly Bears. And I got some more Merfolk of the Pearl Trident alphas signed. Raised Dead goes in this 60 card deck. So many cards. I would probably estimate 100 cards I got signed today. Average price was $2 to $3, and then a few of them were $5 for signatures. Sea Serpent and Water Elemental, I think, are also in the 60 card deck. Yes, they are. So Sea Serpent goes in here. I think the arts also connect. It kind of looks like the boat is the same. And then we got, to go with our alpha merfolk with the pearl trident, we have 3 beta merfolk with the pearl trident, and then we have a playset of 4 unlimited merfolk of the pearl tridents, and a playset of Legends Divine Offering, playset of revised Swords to Plowshares, and a revised Grizzly Bear. Okay, so we got 2 artists left, and we got Richard Keane Ferguson was there, who did this Pillage playmat. He signed 2 Decon Black Blades in black and gold, 2 Arcane Denials in black. He charges $5 per signature and limit of 5 per his contract with, I think, Wizards. So we also picked out a Profane Tutor in gold. He likes to sign his full name across the text box, just like that. That's pretty awesome. So that's all we got signed by Richard, plus the playmats. We'll get these to our friend tomorrow. And then the last artist that we got in line earlier in the day, waited for a couple hours to get an altar, got on the list. We were able to like leave, get some food, get some other artists to sign some stuff, and then jump back in line at 5:30 to get the altar that we wanted. And that came out great. I'll show you what that is in a second. We did get 10 cards signed by Mark Tadine. Mark charges $5 per regular signature and $8 per shadow signature. I had this Alpha Circle of Protection Red signed in like a pink Sharpie, which matches the kind of the pink background of COP Red. That is beautiful. We got an Alpha Wall of Swords, which might, is it, I'm wondering if that's not in the 60 card deck, so that goes in the Alpha binder. Same thing with Circle of Protection Red, same thing with Wooden Sphere, that's also a binder card. We got 2 copies of Circle of Protection Red from Beta. We did black ink and then another pink ink, pink red. Kind of like that. It looks almost silver, but it's pretty subtle. It's pretty cool. I like it. 2 copies of Brain Geyser, 1 in blue, 1 in black. Depending on the deck we're playing, sometimes I like the signatures to match. We have some revised Mana Vaults, Soul Ring, Unlimited Soul Ring, all signed in gold here. And last but not least, this was the altered card that we waited all day to get done. This was a Chaos Orb altar, and he charged a little extra for the text, but we didn't need the text box with all the text on it, so that is just beautiful. It's gonna go with our other 9 Power 9 Championship card altar cards. So I did make a video. I will put that in the description of this video if you want to see the original 10 Power 9 cards altered by the original artist, except for the Chris Rush Black Lotus, but everything else is done in the last 5-10 years. It's kind of a cool set. We're going to add Chaos Orb to that, maybe call it the 10th power 10th power card. And I'm gonna end this video now, 25-minute mark. I'll do another update tomorrow after day 2 of MagicCon Minneapolis. Hope you have enjoyed this video, learned a little bit about signed cards, and we'll see you in the next video.